See the movie, don't see the movie. You've heard it from your friends and you've heard it from the critics. We're not here to tell you whether or not you should see this movie. We're here to tell you how to see it, where to see it, when to see it. We're here to save you that money because we are
The Real Review.
That's right. My name is Baker.
The Geek.
And this is Samson. And we've got the Rooster over here on the boards.
Rooster, what's up, buddy? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good tonight.
Yeah. Good?
Running these boards.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Doing a good job tonight.
You don't want to punch anybody in the face, do you?
No, not right now.
Yes. That's
Not
fantastic.
right now,
We're
actually.
so happy that you don't want to beat any of us up.
If it was anybody, it would definitely be Samson.
Why do you always want to beat me up?
Because he makes
Because you're the only one also wearing a Texans shirt right now. And
Okay, so we
or the
lost.
Texans.
Oh, you're rubbing it in.
I guarantee he loves Sean.
Hey, my team didn't even make it to the playoffs.
right.
Okay, the Bears
oh my
are
God,
nowhere
can you
in
believe
the
he's talking
playoffs.
that much crap? What's wrong with you?
Because I
You're
love.
talking
I
crap
love-
because of the Bears, man. That's
No, no,
weird.
I'm talking crap because I hate most Texans fans.
Whoa.
Most Texans fans.
Ooh, why?
I'm not hating on you two because you two actually will understand when something
Really?
goes wrong.
Wow.
But so many Texans fans only joined in, this year, and so they're all like, "Oh man, hey, JJ Watt."
Don't
JJ
shake your
Watt."
You're
head.
talking about the
Oh,
bandwagon fans.
Yes, I hate the
Okay.
bandwagon fans.
I don't like them either. 'cause
And
I'm
that's
a
the vast
Giants
majority of the
Texas
people
fan.
that I talk to. They're like, "Oh man, hey, you see that JJ Watt? He's the best that ever happened." And I'm like, "Do you know anybody else on that team?" Yeah, I'm Arian Foster.
No, I got you. on that.
I'm sorry.
The Texans
He's
tonight
hating.
did just end.
No, I like the Texans.
He's
as a
definitely
team.
hating. You're
I think-
hating.
No, I think they have one of the best, front offices out of the whole NFL. I think they have a great coach. They have a great team. It's a good
Coach
team.
sucks. Kubiak
So we should,
sucks.
Kubiak
can we
does
punch
not
him
suck.
in the face?
Yes,
we want
we
to
should
punch
You're
him.
gonna punch me in the face because I said you have a good team.
No, you said Kubiak sucks.
I don't
He's
like
good.
what you have to say.
Nah,
I don't
get
I
outta
don't
here.
enjoy
You don't
it.
know
He sucks. He's the
about
worst
nothing.
coach. He's so predictable in every circumstance that exists.
We need
Obviously.
to introduce our guest.
We probably should.
Right.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the Matadome here
The Matadome.
our special guest, Ilsa.
Bueno.
She's got a little bit of a different take on our movie that we're going to be discussing today, which is Texas Chainsaw 3D.
3D.
New slasher film taken off of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. And the funny thing is, I seriously thought that this was a remake. All the previews and everything made this sound like a remake, and then
I think most people thought that, right?
yeah.
Right.
And it's folks, it's not a remake. This is actually a sequel. It takes off right after the first movie.
Ilsa, what do you think?
Well, I think that it's interesting that the first one was made in 1974 and the girl has only aged 20 years, but there's definitely an iPhone in the movie, so she would have been 40-something.
No, we're not talking about that part of the movie. Okay?
Yeah, let's only talk about the good parts.
Yeah,
Why are
it doesn't
you
make
embarrassed?
sense in the movie, but it makes sense that it was a continuation of the movie.
I
which
did like
liked.
that it was not just a remake,
Exactly, it was not a remake.
but I don't like that they completely ignored the fact that 40 years has gone by.
Yeah, that's a
the,
very big.
the original though.
I don't like
the original
that
take
fact
on
at
it
all.
with the her getting in the car,
In the back of the
Right-
pickup truck.
right in the back of the pickup truck, and that definitely a cop would come back and say that.
That
You
makes
guys
sense.
are-
Yeah, like you go to
I mean,
town,
I
you're not
thought-
just gonna be like, "Ooh, glad that's over. I'm gonna go home."
Didn't you think that was actually excellent?
Yes.
I mean, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be great, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
I mean,
good
I thought it was
setup
good. Right,
at
the
the beginning.
setup,
You're
the
like, oh, this
premise
might
of
be
it, I thought it was
different.
like, wow, I was not expecting that.
exactly. It was a point of reference. They brought you into a situation you were already familiar with. The end of the movie, you were familiar with the end of that movie, and so they brought in this point of reference. Oh, okay, cool. And then they made this, in my opinion, a seamless transition from the old clips that looked, kind of
Yeah, but were they
old
real?
school. Yeah. There were clips from the original movie in the beginning.
Well,
yeah.
the
Well, and I
clips
think
were
that-
definitely. Hey, hold on. What was the family? Was the family real?
What do you mean? I'm
Like
sure
in
that they exist. Yes.
Real life? It's
No,
loosely
when,
based
when,
off.
when they came back, when they came back to the house and they had the
Oh, in the new
family
movie.
holding shotguns, did they look like the original characters? Because I don't know, because I didn't see the movie I mean,
That's
hell,
a good question. I mean, I know the old guy sitting
I mean,
in the
I thought
wheelchair
the
looked exactly the same. But
the transition was so cool, but then I was like, is that actually the original people? Because they were sitting there with shotguns.
they made
was that the
cameos in
original
the movie,
people?
but they
Because I was
weren't-
like, if that's
They
original
weren't
people,
necessarily the same characters, but they made cameos.
Was the sheriff the same guy?
I don't think
Well, he
so.
actually found out that sheriff actually did not even show up in the first movie. He showed
Yeah.
up in the second one
Of course
with
not.
Dennis Hopper.
I do like though, because you said, we all know that the first movie, not everyone has seen the first movie, so
Yeah.
I do like that they did show some of the old clips to kind of catch everyone else up. Obviously
That
some
was really
stuff
cool.
went down, this
Right.
girl got away, so it kind of
Right.
catches you up real quick.
right?
And I did like that.
Yeah, that was definitely very cool.
You have to admit that the takeoff from this is pretty badass, though.
Yeah, no, the
I mean,
opening,
that's
the
crazy.
intro was great.
I
And
thought it
then-
was a remake. I thought I was going to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I didn't know that it was going to have the kind of, left off from that, which I thought was awesome. And then
Yes.
it went into slasher,
and it went
with
into
big
the
boobs
rest of
and,
a
right,
movie.
but had big boobs and slutty whores everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I like?
And then the rooster
Alright.
chimes in.
Stop talking
Imagine.
now. I got this in charge. All right. So, anyways, the main girl of this movie, forgot her name, but she has the biggest boobs ever.
For a skinny
Alexandra
chick?
something.
Alexandra
something.
Daddario.
Yes.
Daddario.
I love her.
Daddario.
Yeah. Her
I
boobs
mean,
For
they're
are...
double
amazing.
D's.
Well, her boobs
Double
are...
D breasts kicking in this movie. So I did some research after the movie. Okay. So she's
You
in the
did
movie.
research on breasts?
Oh, I
Is that what your
On
research?
hers.
on
in
her
particular.
breast. On her breast particular. And she's in another movie that's called Bereavement. Okay? And somebody else on YouTube with much talent took her boobs into effect and just placed them in like 14 minutes of boob bereavement action going on.
I don't even follow what you're talking about.
What the
right
hell
now.
is he talking about?
The YouTube.
Can somebody tell him
YouTube
to
is
shut
this
up?
guy that has boobs and bereavement, and
There's bereavement and boobs, please.
that's
Pretty
double
much,
D's.
the rooster really appreciated her boobs, her double D
they were
boobs.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Fantastic.
I appreciated him too. I was right there with you. I also
Well, they had. She actually didn't even die. It was the whore, the
yeah,
slutty whore.
played by Tanya Raymond, who was
Lost.
Alex from
Because-
Lost.
Yes.
Exactly.
Why do they always have the token whores in these movies? Why?
Because I honestly
Guys like it. It's the only reason why guys will go to it. Because
I think-
they're such whores.
Well,
It's unbelievable.
I think the target market audience for these types of films are teenagers, and teenagers love sex and gore.
sex sells, and not to mention, think about this. There's
They're
almost
all
a weird
the hormones,
There's almost a weird kind of symbolism there, where the kids that are the first to take off their clothes and are the first to engage in sexual congress, that's all hoary or slutty or whatever. They're always the first
They're
to
the first to die. Yeah.
and it's almost like, hey, when you sin, you die, kind of thing. In these movies, it's I don't know.
Is that why you were a virgin for so long?
Yes, I was afraid. I was afraid that Jason was gonna burst through the door of my log cabin.
Were you scared that Freddy Krueger was gonna kill you?
Yes.
If
I was
if
even
you
afraid to
touched
have
a
wet
vagina.
dreams. I was afraid to have wet dreams because I was afraid Freddy Krueger would come in my nightmares.
And I'd be stuck in a coma
Yeah.
in my wet dream.
Oh, it'd be terrible. It'd be so terrible. But this
I love Baker, man. I love this guy.
That's why I love these movies, because of Baker.
Baker is
He's
class.
living a long time. I'm just dying shortly. It's all good. It's
I'm
fine.
the only person that would have lived through like every horror movie ever from
Oh,
1970 to
we'd be dead in the first 15 minutes.
Immediately.
Baker,
You two would
Baker
be
be
dead.
running out.
I trip and sprain my ankle and start having to crawl. Even when I'm running as fast as possible, somehow the bad guy's walking as slow as possible and keeping up with me. It would be great.
It'd be me and Samson high-fiving each other like, yeah, we just got it done, and all of a sudden we're dying. That's all it would
Why
happen.
are you two hanging out in the same room when you just got it done?
Well,
I feel like you would be the
Good stuff
wizard
happens.
kid in the wheelchair in Freddy Krueger.
Thanks.
it's very nice.
I'm the wizard kid.
The wizard.
I have a level 7 dwarven cleric. Yeah, that's a D&D reference, folks.
We're not talking about Hobbit again, are we?
I will talk about the Hobbit
No,
anytime
it's
I
Dungeons
please.
and Dragons. It's a Dungeons and Dragons.
But no, so Texas Chainsaw 3D, you know, I gotta say, the 3D aspect of this...
3D sucked.
It was
Didn't you
terrible.
think?
There was
It was
this
terrible.
one moment where they, like, tried to shove the chainsaw into your face, and I was like, yeah, that actually looks like a cartoon. I'm just gonna move a little to the left.
How much did you like it? You hated it, did you?
Yeah, I didn't care for it at all. Those giant boobs, though, were just bouncing around.
That was
the
great in
entire
3D.
time.
There was no boobs.
The boobs
Oh,
in
are you
3D
kidding
were
me?
amazing.
What boobs in 3D?
What was her name? Vanessa something or other?
No,
Alexandra.
Sammy,
No, what
Alexandra.
boobs in 3D are you talking about?
Oh,
the cleavage in 3D, like she's running up the
Cleavage.
stairs
Oh,
and it's like,
cleavage?
ow, 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 ow.
yeah.
Getting
There was,
hit in the face.
there was no
Yeah.
boobs flopping around.
I believe
That's
it
what
was
I'm
you
saying.
who specifically
I didn't
said
say that.
in the theater, it's like, oh, cleavage is the best, isn't it?
Oh, I love cleavage.
See, you liked it too. You were there with me.
I
The
do
cleavage was there
love-
kicking the
I
entire
do love
time.
cleavage.
I think, though, that they pulled out all the stops really fast as far as the 3D goes. So it got really boring
Yeah,
after a while.
well,
It was like,
It was
They
terrible.
also pulled out all the stops in the gore section
absolutely.
immediately.
Absolutely. There's no build-up
Oh,
to
absolutely.
where there's a payoff when you
What-
see it.
you-
Instead, it was just kind of,
You said you were a huge fan of the original, right?
right.
So, like, how would you compare, like, I guess the action or whatever from the original to the new one?
I feel like the original had some build-up and some restraint to
Uh-huh.
it. So there was some more mystery, it more alluded to the gore.
Like,
which-
you just saw the guy's face while he's getting cut up and spraying blood.
Exactly, and I think that the most terrifying thing is everyone's imagination on their own.
Yeah, fear of the unknown.
Exactly. Sometimes just imagining what might have happened is way more scary than actually just watching someone get split in half.
Yeah, yeah.
I
agree
hate
with that.
that guy being cut in half. I hated it.
Yeah, I mean, what was that all about? That was gratuitous, in my opinion, because you
Well, I mean,
actually...
people-
snapping and
Oh,
Huh?
God. Like, you saw every strand of muscle getting snapped by the chainsaw.
I mean, was that pleasing to anybody?
I don't
I
think
mean,
so. I think it's over
literally
the top.
cut his torso in half.
Oh, you're going to get a lot of metalheads. They're like, oh, man, that was so awesome.
You know what? People go for that.
That was gross. I didn't like it.
It was
at all.
disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
feeling
it's disgusting. I
Yeah,
don't
it
like
was bad. I don't know how I really felt about that, but I mean,
So, what rating do you give?
me?
Yeah.
I would say
It's hard because we don't even like. Yeah, we
I-
have to openly admit we don't like this.
I'm not into slasher flicks at all. I mean,
I think another thing too is they tried to make Leatherface into an antihero.
yes, they did
Oh
that
my
in this
God.
movie.
Yeah, they tried to make him like they try to humanize him and make you almost empathetic toward.
He's a product
His
of his
plight.
environment. That's all it is. He's a product of his environment. That's why he kills people and chops them up. Are you serious right now? No, he's a psychopath.
And that works when you actually look into
No, it's good.
why someone does the things that they do, and you look into
Yes.
human experience and the human ego, but they didn't do that. So
No.
all you saw was this girl get completely everyone that she knew get murdered, and then all of a sudden just
Do
out
a
of the blue
180.
she decides that, hey, I kind of like you, and it's just
Hey, thanks for saving my life. I guess we'll
Once,
be buddies
after
now.
you killed my boyfriend and my best friend, and
And everybody else.
You just killed everybody that I know, but I like you because
but I
you're my
kind of like
cousin.
you.
You even killed
It's a good
super.
time.
You even killed a super sexy GQ hobo. Yeah,
They
that was
killed
unnecessary.
How come the cop didn't shoot him?
I just feel like they should have stuck to what he is, rather than try to go into some other sort of
was-
psychological evaluation of him
Yeah.
if they're not going to actually
Delve in.
analyze him.
Yeah, they definitely just tried to throw this twist in.
At the end.
The twist was so unrealistic to me.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, I'd say wait for the network premiere, because I probably wouldn't watch this movie, but you're going to get a lot of people who are into these types of movies who are going to want to see it. But should they see that? Should they spend money on it? I don't think so.
No.
I think it's disappointing, maybe even as a slasher film.
What do you say, Rooster?
Oh, the Rooster says catch it on DVD.
Really?
Yeah.
So you liked it more than I thought you would.
Yeah, I actually did. No, it had a different ending than I thought it would, for sure.
Yeah,
I wanted to give it away, but
Right.
it threw me for a loop.
Right?
So, say because of that, and if you're with the chick, you're going to like it because they're going to jump up on you.
Oh my god, hold me, I'm so scared.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
You
That's
chicks
it.
just like to be whores all the time? What
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You're saying that chicks just like to be kind of whores and they like to...
I didn't say chicks are whores.
No,
Oh.
not at all. He
You
said they
said
want to
that.
cuddle up during a scary
Yes.
movie.
Cuddle up.
Well,
during
just
a
for a
scary movie?
I think cuddling is actually on the other side of the spectrum from
Are we going to
whorism.
talk about
I
cuddling?
think that
This sucks.
when a girl is 16, she's got
Yes.
little hormones, and she's really into a guy, and they go see this movie, the scary parts allow her to kind of play victim and be like, oh, I'm feminine and
Oh my god,
I'm so weak, protect me.
protect
Really?
me, protect me.
She gets to slide over
But she's
to her man.
16.
So they have hormones.
This is rated R.
They're
you
scared
shouldn't
too,
be in
Sam.
that.
16?
Samson. They're scared
What
too.
does that do with
Samson.
Absolutely.
Huh?
I don't know. What was the
They're
They're
question?
giving up the vagine at 16?
No, but
Yes.
they like to
Yeah, they're giving
have
her the
Cuddling!
They're
Cuddling!
cuddling, exactly.
Cuddling?
The guy is yawning. He's lifting his arm up and over and reaching it over and just kind of maybe feeling her up a little bit.
Yeah, I
you know,
like
just,
that.
Just a little
I
touchy.
totally
you know.
do.
Second base, Samson. Second base.
Exactly. We're not
Can a
talking
guy
about a home
get
run.
to second base?
We're not talking about home runs.
Oh
Son
my
of a
gosh.
bitch.
So Samson, give us your rating here. You know,
I'm sorry, that is hilarious.
I think if you specifically like slasher films, I would say wait till it's on DVD.
okay.
If you're not a fan of slasher films, then I would say, you know, if you're cleaning one day on a Sunday and it comes on TV and you need something to watch, maybe wait till
The network
the
premiere.
network premiere.
I feel you on that. And Samson, last but not least, let's hear from the cinema snob himself.
Wait for the network premiere.
Wait for the network premiere.
That's it.
Oh gosh, okay, that's not that bad. I thought that movie was going to
That
get
actually
way
is
worse than.
Yeah, that's a better rating than I would ever give it.
Yeah, that's
Right?
very impressive.
It's crap.
Yeah,
I sure don't buy the DVD.
ever.
But people love that slasher crap.
They love
They
it,
love
though.
it. They love it.
Chicks
they love
love
that.
it.
Oh, why do chicks love the slasher films?
We
Why?
already
weird.
discussed
I don't
that
get it.
part. It's the hold me, protect me.
Well, it's not just that though. I think females subconsciously we know that we fit into a certain cookie cutter, you know, idea. We're supposed to be feminine and sweet and innocent,
Yes.
and
It's
we
10
want to
o'clock.
bake.
We
Right.
want that.
Oh, it's 10
We-
o'clock.
yeah.
We want to bake.
You wanna
And
bake?
We want to fold clothes and take care of children. And I think that it's kind of nice to be
That's
able
what
to.
guys want you to do, but you don't
Right.
want to do it.
Exactly.
That's what Samson insists you do.
But I think it's nice for us. I mean, we like adrenaline too. We like to be aggressive. I mean, we like to sit there and get jacked up on energy too. I think it's fun for us. I think it's fun to watch a slasher film.
She's talking about like vagina or something.
Yeah, you
I
were
was not
listening.
talking about vagina.
What, chicks and movies?
I think we're
How they
supposed to fit
feel.
into this really feminine, innocent
Exactly.
idea, but we like to watch blood and guts and play war games and watch war movies and you know what I mean?
No.
No.
We do.
You don't-
we
you don't-
we
you don't.
just as much like adrenaline and energy and all that, but we have to be feminine and sweet.
Somebody's
You,
gonna
you
end
don't
this
have
thing
to.
off.
No, I get that. You know what? I get that.
Everyone likes to be a tomboy.
All right, folks, thanks a lot for joining us here at The Real Review. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheRealReviewTX. Also follow us on Twitter at Samson L. Matador, at Baker the Geek, and at The Rooster BB. Thanks a lot for joining us. Catch you next time.